Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you got the best at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Centennial High School for tonight's varsity soccer match between the visiting Pleasant Valley Spartans and your Centennial Jaguars. Tonight's game is an extension of the classroom and should be treated as such with an emphasis on sportsmanship and hard work. Now let's meet tonight's visiting starting lineup from the Pleasant Valley Spartans. In goal, 00, Henry Allers. Number 5, Jack Ryder. Number 6, Roman Cremaza. Number 7, Isai Vasquez. Number 8, Cooper Reynolds. Number 9, Darius Holbert. Number 10, Anthony Lino Montez. Number 11, Elisha Dale. Number 12, Dominic Rebro. Number 17, Jeremiah Gibbs. And your last starter, number 24, Sam Kitzman. Spartans, our head coach is Wayne Ward. And now the starting lineup for your Centennial Jaguars. In goal, number 0, Will Kruger. Number 5, Mason Goebel. Number 6, Ben Ridlin. Number 7, Lucas De La Cuba. Number 8, Mace Nethang. Number 9, Garrett Christensen. Number 10, Brock Brazo. Number 15, Caleb Murray. Number 17, Tyson Wardehoff. Number 18, Maddox Rash. And number 19, Tate Duax. The Jaguars, our head coach is Brian Duax. Officials for tonight's contest is Ben Lloyd, Tony Goodrich, and Mitchell Ashmore. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand and remove your headwear for the playing of our national anthem.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Jarash Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. As tonight we've got the Pleasant Valley Spartans in town to take on the hometown Centennial Jaguars. Jaguars coming off a win last night over Mason City, 5-0, improved their record to 7-4 on the year. Pleasant Valley comes into tonight's contest with a 8-1-1 record, and things a little bit different tonight as far as what you'll see on the screen, because Centennial, the home team, will be wearing their white uniforms, so they'll be in white, and Pleasant Valley will be in their dark uniforms. Pleasant Valley actually will be staying overnight and taking on Ankeny tomorrow morning at 11:30. So Coach Wayne Ward did that last year as well. Actually played back-to-back games on a Saturday last year over at Northview Stadium, and tonight they will take on the Jags. Actually, Ankeny is playing in a conference game tonight against Southeast Polk. That'll start in an hour down there on the south side. But we are set to kick off right at 6:30 here tonight. Jaguars in white, Pleasant Valley in their navy, ready to go. Coach Brian Duax talked to me a little bit about the wet turf conditions. Our Game Day Men's Forecast, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health, has us sitting about 55 degrees right now. A slight breeze, actually one of the more pleasant evenings we've had for soccer already this spring. Just a slight breeze out of the north, which will favor Pleasant Valley here in the first half. And the rain, we may get a couple sprinkles throughout the night. It has been raining on and off, sometimes quite heavily today here on the north side of Ankeny. And that wet turf means the ball skips a little bit more across the turf, doesn't take some of the true hops that it normally does. We see that a lot in softball and baseball when the games are played on turf, and they have the spin does not take effect as much, and you just have to play that ball a little bit differently. Pleasant Valley, trying to set things up, was told by Coach Duax beforehand that this Pleasant Valley defense, teams just do not score on them. They've given up 4 total goals all season long, and you're going to see them defend like their life depends on it tonight. So they start things off, though, with the ball right now. And a big emphasis for Centennial throughout the course of this season has been possessing the ball and then taking advantage of some big opportunities. And they've been really good about keeping the ball away from a lot of the teams that they play. In fact, last night we saw the Jags hang on to the ball for upwards of 90% of that game against Mason City, and they've been really good at it. If you get the shot opportunity presents itself, the Jags take it, and they certainly like to hang on to the ball a lot. And you see right now, dribbling down, it was Duax, and Pleasant Valley takes the ball back. Pleasant Valley, Dominic Rebro, senior forward. You see him over here on the right side, well put together young man. Pleasant Valley always comes with a bunch of guys that you know have seen the weight room throughout the course of the year. Very good football program over there. Coach Wetzinga has very, very competitive club. See men at the Unidome a lot, year in and year out. Just an outstanding athletic department over there, right along the Mississippi River. Pleasant Valley hanging on to the ball right now back there on the defensive side. Cooper Reynolds, junior midfielder, defender, brings the ball over here to Jack Ryder. And Jags are going to have to start pressuring. Pleasant Valley will really be in no rush to move things. They will play around with the ball and eventually try to get a run out, maybe try to score something in transition. Jags, though, for the first time, this is Brazo. They're going to try to run something offensively. Everybody's on sides right now. Murray gets run into from behind. Nothing called. Swings it over here to Brazo. Brazo. And he knocks out of bounds. It will be Pleasant Valley ball to throw it in. A little bit of a feeling out process here by the teams early on. Rebro passes the ball back, and they're going to swing things back. They got to be a little bit careful, though. Lucas De La Cuba back lurking right now. He's chasing the ball all over. Jags trying to pressure things back on the defensive side. And Pleasant Valley can't connect as they try to cut through the middle. Taken back by Garrett Christensen. And a little 50-50 ball there. Nice touch out here to Brazo. Jags running through. They try to get it ahead, leaving it out in front for Christensen. And coming out of goal to get it there is Henry Allers, the senior goalkeeper. Just beat Christensen to the ball as the Jags were in business there, trying to get an opportunity back behind that Pleasant Valley defense. Little battle for the ball between Brazo and Ryder. Ball turned back over to Pleasant Valley. Really, the fans here have their jackets on and are planning on some of that rain maybe hitting later, but it is really a gorgeous night, even starting to see some of the sun maybe peek through. And we're getting ever closer right now to that time when the postseason pairings will come out, so all these wins very, very much weighed on the state's determination of who's going to play where to end the season. A little chance for the Jags there with Duax on the far side, looking to send things to the middle, and Allers comes back out, loses it momentarily. The goal was open, and Pleasant Valley knocked it out. Still a chance there, and a big kick coming up for Christensen. He can't knock it in, and Pleasant Valley takes it away. Quickly, though, back over here to Goebel. Mason Goebel controlled the ball a lot last night, and Murray, that big body in the middle for the Jags, has really been an enforcer there. If you get a 50-50 ball, that's the guy you want on your side. Pleasant Valley, an opportunity there. Can't quite get through with Rebro, and they're starting to defend everything very well as well. Elisha Dale, he's got it right now, breaks away from everybody. Dale in the open field, and a foul is called, and that is in the square, and actually, no, he's going to mark it just outside the penalty box. So a free kick will come from about 20 yards away. First contact was made just outside the penalty box, so that avoids a penalty kick situation right now for Pleasant Valley, and still a good early opportunity for them. This is going to be Cooper Reynolds that comes down to take this from just inside 20 yards. And we're just over 5 minutes in here. Reynolds looks over that Jaguar defense, and that is too far wide right. And freshman goalkeeper Will Kruger makes sure everybody in the Centennial Stadium right now knows to stay away from that ball as it falls harmlessly out of play. Jaguars with a chance now to set things up, and they connect through the middle. Little touch pass out on the right side. Running down the field is, I believe that's Maddox Rash over there. Can't see those numbers very well from all the way across the field. Jags starting to probe a little bit here. Goebel tries to slide it ahead. He gets it ahead to Christensen. Christensen one-on-one. Sends it back to the middle and stays inbounds. Brazo knocks it back to Goebel. Brazo sneaks it around his defender, picks it up, and the Jags have it back. Murray steps up. Murray loses it then initially. Jags get it back, though, on the far side with Rash. Jags starting to probe a little bit once again, keeping their offensive shape. Goebel over here on the left side. Back to Nethang. Trying to find a gap in that Pleasant Valley defense. Going to set things back up through Kruger. Centennial coaches urging some patience right now, wanting to get Pleasant Valley to chase them out through. They tried to get ahead to Murray, and Murray had it taken away. Pleasant Valley in the open field with Dale, and he's got it knocked away. So the team's trading possessions here early on. Pleasant Valley about 5 minutes in had that chance on a free kick, but that was off target. Holbert gets tripped up just outside the penalty box. 50-50 ball taken away by the Jaguars, and then they battle for it. A lot of physical play out there, and then taken away. Jaguars have it in the open field, trying to swing one over here. Nobody home on the left side as it's going to go out of bounds, and a penalty kick for PV. As Ridlin thought he was going to have somebody over here and did not. Ridland's got the ball in the middle. A little touch out here. Nice touch out to Christensen. Christensen pushes ahead. A little run out for Brazeau, and it's run down by Jack Ryder. Now Pleasant Valley. Again, a lot of guys back for Pleasant Valley. They're going to try to sneak somebody through the open field. Long kick there. They're trying to give Elisha Dale an opportunity to run out for it, and Kruger comes out and doesn't get a solid foot into it, I think, that he wanted. But it's effective. The ball goes out of bounds. It will be Jaguar ball. 9 minutes into this one, still scoreless. Ooh, nice touch ahead over there to Holbert. Coming ahead, and the ball's out of bounds, and it will be a corner kick for Pleasant Valley. First corner kick of the night brought to you by Iowa Rush. IowaRush.com, the premier soccer club in the Midwest. Great supporters of not just soccer, every sport over here in Ankeny and around the state of Iowa. A lot of multi-sport athletes doing a lot of good stuff for Iowa Rush. Ball sent in. It's a short kick. Didn't get the height on it that he wanted. However, it does go out of bounds, and that will be a throw-in for Pleasant Valley. Jaguars, again, keep pressuring things. They don't want Pleasant Valley to have these extended possessions back deep in their own end. As PV tries to slide it through there to Jeremiah Gibbs. First time we've called his name tonight. They slide one ahead, trying to get it connected downfield to Isai Vasquez. And Rebro, with some fancy footwork, sends it over, and it's wide left this time. So a couple shots just outside of their target here for Pleasant Valley here early on. Connecting in the middle, the Jaguars. Ridland will touch outside to Duax. Duax marked up the entire time right now. Cross through the middle. Brazeau. Brazeau makes a move and then is chased down from behind by Rebro. Little give and go. Rebro up the right side. Back to the middle they go. And the Jaguars, Ridland takes it back. Touch over to Goebel. And now Werdehoff, the defender, going to look things through. He's got a chance cutting through, and falling down was De La Cuba. You can see Werdehoff making eye contact with him from about 40 yards away, tried to get it to him on this wet turf, tried to make it cut and fell down. A little touch there taken away by the Jags momentarily, and then back to Pleasant Valley. Jags played a game last night, in which a lot of guys were able to play in the 5-0 win over Mason City. Keep some fresh legs for tonight against PV. PV pushes one through, but nice defense back there by Goebel. Ridland pushes it ahead, cutting up the side. De La Cuba cuts back to the middle. And a battle for the ball taken away by Rebro. Pleasant Valley pushes it ahead. Nobody there except Mason Goebel. Back and forth. Dale can't hang on to it, and Kruger going to put a big foot into it, getting it ahead. A little pass over there from Duax. Werdehoff slides it ahead. Brazeau with Duax lurking there, and Pleasant Valley going to swing things back through Allers once again. Again, the Jags, though, Going to expend a lot of energy keeping pressure on Pleasant Valley. They don't want them to just sit back there and eventually pick things apart. No call there as actually Hobart came away with it. Hobart runs up the right side and it's taken away. Now Pleasant Valley comes away. They've got numbers 3-on-2 as they go to the middle here with Vasquez. Vasquez has it knocked out of bounds, and Kruger will get the goal kick. Again, Pleasant Valley with a couple chances in the open field here early. Wordhoff. Ridland looks things over. No pressure coming from Pleasant Valley, so the Jags will take their time and start to dissect this defense a little bit. There's a look there as they cut to the middle looking for an opening. Bounced away and off the face there of Christensen. And Pleasant Valley will go back to their keep away. We knew this was going to be a very low-scoring game tonight as two teams that play really good defense. Senior goalkeeper Henry Allers for Pleasant Valley and freshman goalkeeper Will Kruger for Centennial. Pleasant Valley going to set things up a little tighter this time. Lobbing it over the top, nobody back. Kruger leaves the goal open. He comes out and takes it off the chest. He's got to get back in the goal, though, and it's missed wide. And they're going to say a penalty on the Jaguars. And they're going to get it on Goebel, I believe. Goebel was the only one left there to defend. And he's pleading his case right now. He's not going to get the official to change his mind. And Pleasant Valley with a chance here with 24:50 to go in the first half. And it looks like taking the penalty kick is going to be Dominic Rebro. Kruger bounces back and forth from goalpost to goalpost. Duax pleading his case, but I don't think they're going to get anybody to change their minds out there as the call was made just inside the penalty box. So Rebro against Kruger. Rebro looks things over from 12 yards out. See which side he chooses to go. Goes to the left side and catches the corner. An early goal for Pleasant Valley.
Starting goal by number 12, Dominic Rebro.
So Rebro on the penalty kick draws first blood. So big call there. Jags will take possession back. Ooh, tough as they try to slide it through to Murray, and it's quickly taken back by Reiter. Jags getting the ball back. Haven't threatened much in the first 16 minutes of this one. Going to be really hard to score much on Pleasant Valley. They really compact things around the goal, and especially now taking this early 1-0 lead. Ball taken away. Nice move there by Goebel. They try to slide it through. Brazo taken back and out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Pleasant Valley. Our first Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution on the evening
Henry Ganaway
is going
into
to
the
be
Jaguars.
Brecken Allen.
Brecken Allen.
Checks in. And into the game for Pleasant Valley is Henry Ganaway. Ganaway knocks that one back to preserve the possession for PV. Battle in there for it. Pops out towards the goal, but Jags take it back. Duax sliding it ahead on the right side, cutting through. Little touch through the middle to De La Cuba. Now sent over here on the left side to Christensen, and it's knocked out of their big kick from Jack Ryder. Ooh, taken away now by Rebro. Rebro, with everybody on side, slides it back to the middle. On the far side to Holbert, and out of bounds to the Jaguars. Another substitution coming in for the Jags, Drew Kruger. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Throw in here for Pleasant Valley. Ryder will take it. Slides it through the middle to Gibbs. Taken back by the Jags. Sensed a lot of footsteps behind him was De La Cuba, and he has it taken away. Murray just hit the ground really hard. Physical play, weaving his way through a lot of Jaguars, and they take it away as Rebro tried to slide his way through. He keeps bullying his way through everybody. And the Jags eventually take it back. Trying to get things out of that danger zone, get possession back. Duax gets tripped up, and that'll be a foul on PV. Duax holding his ankle. He's going to get up here eventually, working back up to his feet. He just got kicked a little bit there. Jags need Tate Duax at full strength. Might need a little ice on that left foot after this one. Ball out of bounds off Holbert. Jags gonna cycle back through. Taken away, Rebro. He's been lurking on that left side of the Centennial offense, and Rebro has busted up a lot of passes that they've tried to get through. Ridlin on the right side, looking things over. Condenses the field a little bit more. Brecken Allen tries to slide it through to connect with Kruger, Drew Kruger. Couldn't do it. And the Jags will reset things once again. Ridlin loses possession on the pass that was a little too hot. Pleasant Valley will shift the field now. Battle as they slide it through, knocked out by Anything. But the Jags just haven't got the extended possessions that they're looking for tonight so far to try to manufacture a goal. Couple touches through the middle, Pleasant Valley. Miscommunication, though, as no one for the Jaguars goes to get it. Ganaway comes away, and now Rebro. Back and forth he goes, trying to make a move on Goebel. Rebro all the way to the end line and taken back by the Jags. Kruger loses it momentarily, back to Rebro. And ball rolls out of bounds. Nothing called, that'll be Jaguar ball. Coach Wayne Ward for Pleasant Valley thinks there's a little excessive contact there from the Jags, but his argument falls on deaf ears as Pleasant Valley just kind of continues to limit the touches for Centennial. As that ball slides through Sam Kitzman's legs. It's about the deepest the Jags have been for a while, and Pleasant Valley's got the ball. Sliding it over here to Ryder. Ryder pushes things ahead, keeping everybody on sides right now. Ryder slides one through up to Rebro and runs out of space. The ball will get turned over back to the Jaguars. Another Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution coming to the game. Ethan Chang for Pleasant Valley, and coming into the game for the Jaguars is Garrett Christensen.
Now in for
As
the
Caleb
Spartans,
Murray
number
will
2,
take a
Griffin
breather.
Wellings. Ethan Chang. Now in for the Jaguars, number 9, Garrett Christensen.
Jaguars just probing and trying to open something up on this steel curtain defense of Pleasant Valley. They are just a step ahead right now on defense, getting in the way of every pass the Jaguars have as Chang touches it through to Vasquez. Pleasant Valley setting it up here for Gibbs. And on the far side, Holbert has it knocked away, but it is off the Jaguars, and that'll be another Iowa Rush corner kick for the Spartans. So here comes the corner kick. A little topspin on it, knocked that ball down hard off the head of Ridland. Knocked through the middle, Chang gives chase, and ball's knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for Pleasant Valley. Jags have just had to play defense basically the entire game so far. Ball knocked ahead, but again, Pleasant Valley going to be there. No one around for the Jags, just trying to clear it and erase the threat of Pleasant Valley on O. Ooh, taken away. Here's an opportunity for the Jaguars, just a little bit too far. Ball still out there loose, and they're going to clear it back through Allers. 50-50 ball in the middle, won by Christensen. Duax showing no ill effects. Duax in the open field, shoots and goes off the foot, and that's going to be knocked out of there by Pleasant Valley. As Allers came a long ways out of goal, but Jaguars couldn't get anybody over there. PV tries to push it up the side, and it rolls. No, it stays inbounds and finally out of bounds as it goes up past midfield. Be a throw in for the Jags. Another substitution coming in for the Jaguars. Max Rush and
Coming in
Alan
from the Jaguars, number
Jakovic.
14, Alan Bujakovic, and number 21, Max Rush.
And that will be our Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitutions. Jaguars now get a free kick after a quick foul. Slides it ahead on that wet turf, sends it back to the middle, and it's knocked out once again. And it seems like Ganaway, since he came back in the game, has been there About every kick the Jaguars try to attack on. Slides this one through and missing. It was Brazo. Went to the left foot. Jags pressing right now, really trying to put pressure on Pleasant Valley and not allow them to play keep away. Now with 13 minutes to go in the first half. Long kick up too high. That was Christensen. Allers will get the goal kick. .50 ball knocked ahead by Holbert. Another high ball up in there. Kruger tries to get underneath it. Vujakovic couldn't get there either, and right now playing high ball, playing up in the atmosphere. Ridland tries to run it down and wins it. Slides it back through to Kruger. Kruger got that ball out in front of him quite a bit with a lurking PV defender. Tried to slide that ahead, and again looks like he kind of slipped before he got rid of it. And they're going to call a slide tackle. Jaguars quickly take it back and get it ahead. Vujakovic pushes that one across and knocked out. In the middle, Christensen battles for the ball. And they're going to call a foul on Christensen now. He's not happy with it, and Christensen's going to get a yellow card, it looks like. Actually, the official's not going to give him one right now, but he has got his warning as he's told to go back and worry about the game. Duax goes up the side, and that's going to be off him. Chang tight ropes the sideline, and he's going to knock it off of Max Rush, and Pleasant Valley will get the throw in. Chang has it sent right back to him. PV going to cycle back through here on Ryder. He goes one-on-one with Kruger and take him back. Trying to slide it through and trying to connect in the middle, and the Jags just have been forced to keep everything on the side, and there's going to be a foul on actually a little push in here as the referee comes in quickly to separate Eastside Vasquez and Brock Brazo. Brazo got called for the foul. Vasquez kind of got in his face after it, and a little push there from Brazo, but the official doesn't issue any yellow cards. He just warns both of them. Game definitely getting chippy. Battle in there, nothing called. Play on, says the official. Pleasant Valley just a step ahead right now on a lot of these balls out on the field. And very, very physical. Taking away and stepping on the ball, actually, there was Gibbs. He had a chance in the open field. Sliding kick there for Vasquez. He gets it ahead to Chang, and Chang loses the rest of his room off the back edge of the pitch, and that will send the ball back for a goal kick with 9.5 minutes to go in the first half. Jaguars is trying to find a way to crease this defense of Pleasant Valley. Unsolvable so far. Jags take it back. There's an opportunity as they slide things through the middle to Mujakovic. Allen retreats a little bit through Ridland. Jags trying to control things, but Pleasant Valley pressuring everything at midfield. 50-50 ball. Over to Duax. Duax, one-on-one move. It goes out of bounds, and the Jags will get the throw in. Opportunity there for Duax to go one-on-one. Ran out of room on the sideline as he looks to find someone he can get the ball to on the throw in. Ridland goes across the middle to Brazo. Down on the left side to Rush. Jaguars trying to set something up offensively. Brazo with some space. Goes back to the middle. Down in the corner, and Kruger's got it. Kruger, nice move as he works his way to the middle and right into the outstretched arms of Allers. Drew Kruger with one of the first big threats the Jags have had tonight with 7:55 to go in the first half. Long, high kick for Allers. Little battle coming out of there with it, though, was Ganaway. And then knocked out of there by the Jags.
Entering the Spartan lineup is number 11, Elisha Dale, and number 15, Zach Wilstead.
Ball goes in the middle. Chang, quick move, drops his defender. Ryder up high, and Kruger lets it go over his head, and it goes out of bounds. Jaguars will get the ball. Brazo in the middle of the field. Jaguars trying to take some offensive shape here. 6.5 minutes to play in the first half. Pleasant Valley has everything covered at the moment. Pleasant Valley gets the ball back. Another change of possession. And it's really exactly what Pleasant Valley would like to do. They played great defense so far, and on one transition play got a penalty call on the Jags and scored on the penalty kick. Kruger up the left side, loses his shoe, continues to play on, and they are going to say he'll have a free kick here actually from the about 25 yards out. An opportunity here for a little set piece for the Jaguars. Duax. Try to put some English on this one. Duax knocks it up towards the goal, and Allers comes right out to take it. He put it right on target, and quickly, Pleasant Valley, as the Jags kind of caught napping, and Duax showing off his speed, runs it down, as Chang had himself in the open field, but Duax showing no ill effects from that lower leg injury earlier. And with 5 minutes to go in the first half, Jags still trying to piece together some offense. Christensen. Over to Rush. Through the middle, Brazo, back to Rush. Long kick, sent in, trying to connect. They move Duax around now over to the left side now, trying to create some open field for Tate. Several substitutions coming in the game for Pleasant Valley. Now Duax will take a rest for the rest of this first half. And checking into the game with the Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitutions, Kai Bayunda.
Kakunga Bayanda.
Brazo very physical for the ball. Swings it over to the far side. Run out opportunity. They try to get it into Bayonda. Rebro is showing off a lot of skills tonight for PV. Rush works his way, knocked down. Brazo's got it back to Brecken Allen. Rebro trying to create an advantage for Pleasant Valley, and getting in front of it and taking it away is Allen. Ball slid back to the middle. Nice touch there. It goes ahead to Anthony Lino Montez. And a throw in now for Pleasant Valley. Ball ricochets off a couple guys and eventually goes off Rebro out of bounds. Jags slide it ahead to Christensen in the middle, pushes it over on the far side and tries to connect. Bayunda tries to get it back, but Pleasant Valley comes away with it once again. Ryder going to cycle things back through, and Pleasant Valley in no rush right now, but again they back everybody up and try to create a run out, trying to get the ball ahead always to Rebro or Dale from a long ways out. Kind of suck everybody up and then keep everybody on sides and lob it over the top. Anything. Battle for it with Dale. Anything cuts him off. It's going to be a foul on Pleasant Valley. The Jaguar ball. Under a minute and a half to go.
One minute.
Nethang comes up and takes it away. Back to the middle, Allen. Touch out here a little bit too far in front of Nethang. And with 45 seconds to go, and the sun appears tonight. Starting to see some shadows on the field from good old Mr. Sunshine. First time we've seen him on the north side of Ankeny today. And with it being an earlier kickoff tonight at 6:30, we got some long shadows starting to come out on the field that a lot of times we'll be kicking things off as the lights come on here at Centennial. Rebro slides one through, but coming in to take it away was Christensen. Allen showing off some good footwork, pushes this one ahead. The Jags trying to attack here with just under 10 seconds to go. Bayonda.
10, 9, 8.
They quickly got to get it down the field.
6, 5, 4.
Wheeling around,
3,
Kruger puts it ahead,
2,
and
1.
right there at the end with the Jags just running out of time. One of their best threats of the first half came in the last 5 seconds. Time to go to the drawing board, figure out how to create some space on offense here in the second half for the Jaguars. We'll be back with a halftime show here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching. We have the best technology. We have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us. Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride. But I already paid.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think?
We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu.
We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic. But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way. Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.
We're here at US Cellular, Frost Days, where our customers get exclusive deals just for them.
It's like we got our own special club.
Should we show them?
Get $1,200 off any phone plus $500 off any tablet. Us Days at US Cellular.
So when an athlete walks into Nick Rush Fitness, the one thing we want them to know is that this is a phenomenal community. We have the best coaching, we have the best technology, we have the programming that can help them succeed. So whether it's trying to get on JV for the first time, going to that next level on varsity, going from a second string to an all-state player, we have the tools, we have the programming and the coaching in order to take each individual to their next level.
Dear cable internet, I've met someone I can rely on, who moves my speed and is okay with how much I work. I'm sorry, but US Cellular Home Internet and I just have a stronger connection.
Get connected with US Cellular's home internet for just $39.99 when bundled with a wireless plan, plus a 3-year price lock guarantee. US Cellular, built for us.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? Ugh, I love this song so much.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
West 40 Market in Uptown Ankeny is your place to shop for the best meats, steaks, brats, jerky, and everything in between. Let us be your one-stop shop for all your favorite cuts, all raised on local Iowa farms. Shopping local never tasted so good.
Look, here's a phone company who wants us to use our phones less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
It's a free ride, but I already paid.
What if you could create memories that would last a lifetime? That would be pretty cool. Well, now you can.
Phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic, don't you think? We try to put our phones down, but we need to pick them up to see the menu. We can't watch something without also watching something else.
Ironic.
Ironic.
But look, here's a phone company who wants you to use your phone less.
That's ironic.
Yeah, but in a good way.
Let's find us again with Us Mode. US Cellular, built for us.
Traffic jam. Ugh, and I'm already late.
Welcome back to the north side of Ankeny. Pleasant Valley leads the Jaguars here as we get set to start the second half. 1-0 off a penalty kick just a few minutes into the game tonight. That's been the difference so far. Pleasant Valley has really limited the Jaguar touches as the Jags take a long kick right at ours right away. Pleasant Valley trying to work their way towards the middle to Dale, and a foul on Pleasant Valley. Jags will get set up to take a quick one and just kick it back here to Ridland. The wind has picked up here after the sun came out, blowing around quite a bit more out there. Got the flag pretty stiff. It's at the Jaguar advantage in the second half as they push this one through up into the sunshine and off target on the header. Kruger pushes it wide right, and the ball goes out the back edge, and that will be a goal kick. Pleasant Valley knocks it through. Nicely weighted ball as they push that ahead to Rebro on the right side. He leaves one out for Ryder to make a run at it. Pleasant Valley creating some open space for him. They really bunch everything up on the defensive end and then take any advantage they can to go running into the offensive end. 2 minutes into the second half, Pleasant Valley still on top 1-0. Brazo tries to send one ahead, puts it out there well in front of Kruger up the left side. That wind is going to be a little bit of an adjustment here in the second half as it really picked up at the halftime break. Ball sent back to the middle. Dale. Now Pleasant Valley again trying to create a little bit of space, but Bayunda chased it down. There's going to be a foul on PV. Jags will get the ball back. Duax cuts back to the middle. Tried to get it through to a cutting Kruger. And Jags just have not been able to connect tonight on their passes. Pleasant Valley's defense is a big reason for that. Big battle for the ball, and working his way in is Vasquez. Long ball across the field. Kruger knocks it down, and Jaguars take possession back. Through the middle, Duax back to Ridland. Got some space finally over here, and again out in front too far of Maddox Rash. The back edge again. Jags starting to have a little better idea of, coming off a night of win at Mason City, or win against Mason City here at home, but not much of a scouting report, not much film out there on Pleasant Valley. So just trying to figure out what exactly the Spartans do, and hopefully can start to solve that here in the second half as Bayunda knocks that one out of bounds. Quick throw in. Jags will take the throw in quickly here, and Brazo, is a foul, so Brazo will take that free kick and try to continue probing here. Some space now on the right side for Rash. Rash to the middle. Nice touch to the middle and can't quite connect with Islamovic. Duax runs it down, keeps the ball in bounds. And it's going to knock it off Pleasant Valley out of bounds. So the Jags take a throw in here, maybe get some air underneath one and give an opportunity for a header with the wind at their back. Little space here. There it is, knocked in just a little bit high for Brazo. I think it's got colder as that sun came out. The sun came out, the wind picked up. Dry up some of that wet turf. Rash. Jags continue to battle for it. And wow, Dale just, excuse me, not Dale, Holbert can just bully his way in. He is a big, strong man out there. Reynolds looks more like a, or Holbert, excuse me, looks more like a rugby player than a soccer player, but he is the enforcer out there. Every ball is his when it's over in his direction. Rash. Ridlin, and going to swing things back through to Kruger. Jags have put more pressure on the offensive end so far through the first 8 minutes of the second half. As Ridlin, they say play on, Ridlin, and then ball taken away. Nice slide tackle there from Jeremiah Gibbs. Gibbs run out up the left side, runs out of space. It's going to go out of bounds. It will be a throw in for PV. Ooh, nice move by Gibbs. Sends it all the way across the field to Rebro. Rebro, the crossover. Cuts back to the middle. Again, very physical play. Battles his way through. Rebro knocks it in, and Kruger's right there. Good reaction there from Will Kruger. The only blemish on his sheet tonight is the the penalty kick. 5 minutes into this one. Jags coming through. Christensen, some space over here for Rash. Rash centers one up and looking into the sun. Allers gathers it in. Rebro pushes one up the side, loses it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Jags. Just over 10 minutes into the second half. Ball pinballs around. Holbert pushes his way into the box, gathers things up, and Holbert creates some extra space for himself, much to the chagrin of the Pleasant Valley fans in front of us. Holbert's just a big physical guy, so when his arm goes out, it creates a lot of space immediately for him. Holbert bullies his way in again once more. Pushes this ahead, some space for Pleasant Valley. That is Dale. They set things up, push one through to the middle, and knocked out of there by Duax. PV now with Reynolds. Knocked out once again. Battle in the box, slides its way through, and open goal, and put into the corner there for Isai Vasquez. And Pleasant Valley takes the 2-0 lead, just kind of weaved his way through everybody, and some dead legs showing up for the Jags. And a lot of contact down there, and Ridlin asking why he was able to shield things off, but no call made, and it's now 2-0 Pleasant Valley with 28-17 to go in the first half. Ridlin continues his discussion with our official. And what was already going to be a tall task just got a lot taller here for the Jaguars. Pushing it ahead over here on the right side, Zachary Clark, who's in the game. Bayunda down to the baseline, pushes it back through, and the photographer down on the end line stops at 27.5 minutes to go in this one. Pleasant Valley up 2-0. Pleasant Valley's defense has just been so hard for the Jags to solve tonight. Run for Rebro down the right side. Rebro pushes it ahead, and Kruger comes out and makes the stop. Shielding his way ahead. They knock it through. Kruger on the far side looks back to the middle. Sends it behind Bayunda. He's going to have a chance one-on-one. Look here. Christensen ahead to Bayunda. And knocked out by Pleasant Valley. I think we're waiting on a Pleasant Valley throw in here. Yes, we are. Brazo loses the touch over to Vasquez. Pleasant Valley called for offsides. Approaching 25 minutes to go. Jags trying to find an opening here in the Pleasant Valley defense. Ball pushed ahead, but nobody home for PV.
Entering the Jaguar lineup, number 3, Ethan Sextro, and number 18, Maddox Resch.
Pleasant Valley, ball again threatening. They've just been able to strong leg so many balls tonight away from the Jaguars. It's a little bit more of a discussion.
Entering the Spartan lineup, number 14, Henry Ganaway.
PV pushes it ahead and still in bounds and taken back by the Jags. Ridlin. As it has got chilly out here tonight as the sun has gone down. PV takes it back and then Jags Christensen tries to go run underneath it. Nethang. A lot of the touch is just a little too strong tonight for the Jaguars. If you get any space, Pleasant Valley's there to cut it off. Lino Montez. Slides it by our referee. Ahead it goes to Holbert, and Holbert knocks it in, and that's goal number 3 tonight for Pleasant Valley. As they are starting to pull away with this one.
Into the lineup for the Jaguars, number 7.
So at 21:52 to go here in the ball game. Pleasant Valley now up 3-0.
15, Zach Wilson.
Big physical play by PV tonight's been too much for the Jags to handle. This is a well put together ball club at 8-1, not ranked in the top 10 in the state of Iowa, but probably turn some heads here tonight. A chance to turn some more tomorrow against Ankeny at 11:30. Pleasant Valley will play on our sister channel, the Ankeny Activities Network. .50 ball won by the Jags, brought over here to Clark. Slides one through, and Kruger can't get there, and Aller keeps his sheet clean now with 21 minutes remaining. Ethan Sextro in the game for the Jags with a touch. Ridlin pushes one ahead, trying to connect with Duax, but Duax has had Sam Kitzman in his back pocket all night long. Now with some space for Tate. Tate pushes one in the middle and headed out of there once again. Clark is there. Clark tries to bounce it over top of Kitzman, and Kitzman is going to actually be kept inbounds by Duax. Duax basically a corner kick. Rifles back to Sextro and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for PV. Halfway through the second half, Pleasant Valley leading the Jaguars of Centennial 3-0. PV takes it away, slides it ahead, a chance to run out for Omar Khan, but Jaguars take it back, and again a little bit too strong for Ethan Sextro. Out of bounds will be a throw in for the Jags. Pleasant Valley showing off their balance so far tonight. They have 10 guys coming into this game that have had more than 10 goals on the season. And they have had 3 different guys score their 3 different goals tonight. 18 minutes to go. Jaguars struggling to find these connections. Trying to slide one through there to Duax, and again Aller comes out and makes the play. A clinic tonight by goalkeeper Henry Allers for Pleasant Valley. Going to get a substitution in Luke Wilstead.
And for the Spartans, number 16,
Checking in for Anthony Lino Montez, and a chance for Pleasant Valley to save some of their legs right now with this 3-0 lead as they have a quick turnaround. Probably go back to their hotel, grab a quick supper, and get ready to go in the morning against Ankeny at 11:30. Run ahead here for Khan, cut off. Almost feels like we could have a little more rain falling on us at some point here tonight. Trying to square one up there, but Kruger comes over to pick it up. Ganaway couldn't find any opening. De La Cuba knocking this one ahead, pulling it over to Clark on the right side. Jags trying to threaten, and Clark loses the touch. And just kind of a night where things not clicking for the Jags. Pleasant Valley's defense, we knew it was going to be very tough to do much on them anyway, but just have the Jags playing at a tempo they can't keep up with offensively.
Entering the Jaguar lineup is number 11, Kekunga Bayanda.
Kai Bayunda checks back in the game. The Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution, 15-20 to go in this one, 3-0. Pleasant Valley in the lead. 3 different guys have scored tonight for Pleasant Valley. Sliding one over and taken out by PV. Clark back to Ridlin. PV will be fine keeping the ball around midfield right now. And Duax pushes one ahead. Thought he was going to have Sextro on the run. And again, just not connecting tonight. A couple more Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitution. Mason Goebel checks back into the game, as well as Max Rush. 14 minutes to go in this one as Allers. 50-50 ball won by the Jags and then taken back quickly by PV before Brazo pushes ahead to Bayunda. Crossover move back to the middle, and Allers comes out, nearly runs in to Kitzman. So Allers taking his time here and puts the foot into that punt. Back to middle, touch through. Stop and go move by Duax and puts it over the top as he goes to the left foot. Sends that one up over the goal. Jag have started to string together a few more passes in the last couple minutes, but the Pleasant Valley defense, you see there's 4 guys plus a goalie right in front of the goal. Going to be very tough to penetrate that, and they can play very defensive ball here the last 12 and a half minutes of this one.
Entering the game for Centennials, number 16, Drew.
We'll be back here on Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire on Monday night, as the girls will take on Ames here at 7:30 on the north side. The boys are at Ames that night. Try to rebound from this one. Ames having a very, very good year. Pleasant Valley pulling away once again, and slides by Kruger and wide left to the goal and out of bounds. No, it's still on the line. Never went out of bounds. Pleasant Valley, though, Kahn runs it down. Pleasant Valley, some very talented ball handlers. Sliding back to the middle. Trying to catch the cutter. Left for Kahn, and it's knocked out by Ridlin. Another opportunity there, but Kruger's for it as Gibbs couldn't connect. Right on target. A couple more opportunities for PV. Created some nice space on the offensive end to give themselves some room. Duax pushes one through the middle to Kruger. Kruger up the right side, but it's just him and a bunch of PV players. As Kruger goes down, nothing called. .940 to go as PV has their 3-0 lead right now. Jags will take the Iowa Rush corner kick. Sent in, crossed the goal. And as they should right now with their big lead, the Spartans knocked that one over towards our baseball field, which Monday will start to pick up action as high school baseball practice begins in the state of Iowa. Lots of space right now for the Jags, but PV's got everybody on defense compacted into about 30 yards. And then they quickly flip the field like this. A lot of contact. Jags come away with it. That's Rush. Bayunda. Kai. Working the footwork back to the middle, but PV has just got that whole thing enveloped and then stolen away from behind. Eight minutes to play in this one. Jags connect on a couple here, but then lose it as Kitzman gets a big foot into it. Trying to slide one through the middle and momentarily taken away by Ganaway. Jags get it back with De La Cuba. Now to Brazo. Over on the right side to Ridlin. Ridlin. Cutting through the middle, goes to the left foot. Tries to send it through. Duax goes and off the face of Jeremiah Gibbs. It'll bring up another Iowa Rush corner kick now with 7 minutes to play. They leave it short and put one up in the air. It's headed out by Kitzman, who's been everywhere on the defensive side of things tonight for Coach Wayne Ward. Opportunity for PV and thwarted by Rush. PV set to send in some substitutions, and those guys look cold down there on the sidelines. Sam Brockman coming into the game along with Grant Guilfoyle. Opportunity here for Kahn, and he still got it. Kruger comes all the way out, knocked away, and then off Kahn, out of bounds, but also coming in is Colton Schutte and Ethan Chang set to come back in the game here on our Hearts of Ankeny Animal Hospital substitutions. And guys coming out all get a nice round of applause. PV's had a really nice game tonight, nice game plan.
And 37, Grant Guilfoyle.
Under 6 to play.
For Centennials, number 20, E.J. Dunn.
Ridlin works his way towards the middle. To Duax, down to the corner to Kruger. Kruger sends one towards the goal, and it's up over top of everybody. As we cross over the 75th minute in this one. All Pleasant Valley tonight. Ball bounces over top of anybody, muscling his way into the goal. There, slides it back to the middle, and probably had a chance to take it himself was Brockman. De La Cuba takes it away, though. Bayunda gets whistled for the foul. PV will just continue to let that clock tick down. 3.5 minutes to play here. Jags again in action Monday night. One of 2 games next week for the Jaguars. Pleasant Valley very impressed with the way they've handled the ball individually tonight, and obviously it leads to some nice space to send some passes through as well. Bayunda slides one out for Kruger, and that's wide right. Every time the Jags come into the middle there, it was 5 PV defenders surrounding the ball. It's nearly impossible to create any space. And they suck everybody up and try to get out in transition. Kruger, living dangerously, picks it up. Minute 40 to go in this one. It's been all Pleasant Valley from the get-go tonight. They scored a penalty kick about 5 minutes into the game and then added 2 goals in the second half. And that's why they lead 3-0. Guilfoyle knocks that one out of bounds.
One minute.
No rush for Pleasant Valley to go get that one as it rolls out the back edge. And certainly Allers will take his time putting this one back into play. Actually, he's going to give it up to Kitzman. Jags will fall to 7-5. Pleasant Valley will pick up their 9th win of the year. They might try to add another one here. And flying stop by Kruger. And that's going to do it. Thanks, everybody, for watching here tonight. Going to head on over to the cabaret and have some supper. Everybody have a good night. It's been another production here of Centennial Digital, driven by Freedom Tire. Freedom Tire is proud to be the title sponsor of supporting Jaguar student athletes through Centennial Digital. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping your family safely on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Come see us at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of Centennial Digital.